Hello, Zodiac time. Yay. So welcome to Sandra Channels. Take what resonates. If you like what you hear, if it resonates with you, you can look below. I have my contact information. You can book a private appointment, join membership, get an extended reading from today. Okay. Yep, just use your own intuition. General readings, but just remember that if it doesn't exactly connect with you, sometimes it's for someone close to you. Messages always go where they're supposed to go. Allergies. All right, so we're gonna, this is the Crystal Vision deck. I like it. I use it frequently, but this is the one in private readings. Although in private readings, I don't get to ask for cards as much because I'm a medium, so an animal communicator, so I'm either on the horse stables or the mediumship. But the class isn't something, obviously, we use the tarot. But people ask for this one the most when they ask. So, okay. So we're going to do Scorpio first. Oh, I usually do what sticks to my hand of what falls out. And I have a table. There's a table right here, so I have to take the card deck away from this little table. I'm going to work on doing it so I could do more cards at once. Okay, so you got the Eight of Pentacles. Oh, that's funny. I just did that in the general readings on Sandra Channels on Facebook. This came up. So Eight of Pentacles. This is reaching harmony. This is reaching a point of inclusing. Wait, I didn't want to say inclusive. Huh. That's interesting. They don't want me to say inclusive. Because the other words that were like all three coming at once, it's if you channel, you understand what I'm saying, or if you have an issue with words, but it like all three words came at once, including, infusing, but not quite inclusivity. I'm going to take from that because it feels right. This is all of the above. This is who, just perhaps think, who have you been excluding? Who have you, and it could always be ourselves. Tarot messages, and frequent other messages too, of course, because as I coach, I find that as an issue also. These messages are usually for us, how we get along with something, how we can get through something, how do we achieve, how do we get from point A to point B, C, D, E, and F. That's what this card represents for Scorpio today. How are you getting there? So between now and autumn, springtime first though. Wait, I'm definitely good. A lot of people like to say pentacles of the autumn, but I see springtime frequently. From now to springtime, put how do they say it? Put the pedal to the metal. if you're an old-time driver, maybe you heard that. But it's, step on the gas, get going, get your supplies, do what you need to do, because you're traveling. This is taking you on trips, and maybe not across your country, whatever country you're from, because I know I have other people from other countries watching me. It doesn't have to be that, but even locally. You're taking trips. You might be going and delivering. I'm hearing there's a delivery coming. Oh, there's a delivery coming to you, and you'll be delivering. If that's part of your job, then it's just a validation. But if it's part of your job and you want that changed, or you want that elevated, or move along, or even just feel happy about it, this is a perception card. It's an action card, but it's also the perception of how you're working. Do you have all your materials to work? Do you have your resume? Is it printed out? Do you have yourself together in order to have a better love life? Do you have yourself handled? Do you have the right shoes if you're going to go look into construction? If you're gardening, do you have a couple? We don't need everything. You could garden with a spoon, a kitchen spoon, but some things it would be nice to have. So this is just a reminder. Make sure you have what you need for the job. I'm going to do one more. Oh, yeah. Preparation. Scorpios, I don't know what you're preparing for, but you're definitely preparing for something to come in. This is beautiful. This is wonderful. It's going to be a lot of work. And a lot of people don't like that word, work. Well, that you're going to make it work. You're going to make it work. And you're just waiting for reinforcements. You're waiting for them to come. You're waiting for the team. You're preparing for the team to come. Okay. Thank you, Scorpio. That's your reading. Good luck. Have fun. Prepare. Okay. Moving on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Whatever sticks to my hand or falls out. Or when I put it down, it's the first card. Oh, Six of Wands. This is such a successful card. Today especially, because it tells us, you know, with the Five of Wands, there was a lot of infighting. There might be infighting in the future, whether it's infighting with family, friends, employment. But you're really hearing, if you're involved with invitations, there's people responding that either didn't receive an invitation or they'll just show up. So bear that in mind. Oh, especially, you know, because I guess the holiday seasons are coming up. So, plural, singular. It feels plural though. So some people do. They celebrate many holidays around now. This is stay strong. Yeah, there could be you or somebody around you. Can also be a Leo. I say that because don't forget, people listen to all the signs, not just theirs. Keep the light on. Keep the light on. That's what I'm hearing. Sagittarius, keep the light on. You're in charge. Act like it. Behave like it. And at the very least, tarot cards tell us from start to finish, how do we begin something? How can we proceed? What do we need to reflect on? How, you know, what's the ending? That's the tarot cards, the deck, the messages. You're in the middle of your journey. Keep going. All right. Thank you, Sagittarius. Moving on to Capricorn, 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 Capricorn. Whatever sticks to my hand or falls out, or, nope, that's stuck to my hand. Okay, so you got that's funny. We now have two cards that showed up in the general reading on Sandra channels. On Facebook. That's funny. So, I always think that's funny when that happens. So, the Devil card. People not crazy about the word devil or what they perceive it to mean. it means a lot of different things. But here today, it definitely tells you, listen to the music. However, watch what music you listen to. At my age, and I'm older, but at my age, I didn't know that half, if not more than half, of the songs that I listened to growing up were about particular topics. I had not a clue, not a clue, not a clue, not a clue. Because I just either didn't really listen to the words, didn't focus on the words. It just, they felt fun. You can dance to them. And the same thing with all other decades. What you listen to shapes you. What other people listen to shapes them. So I'm not picking on people. Oh, that's funny. Capricorn, the Capricorn card. This is like a double whammy. A really, truly get it together card. Be yourself. Be yourself. Listen to who, like truly listen to the music that you're listening to. Listen to the words. If they're negative, if they're hateful, then that shapes us. Subliminal messages work. Just check out the advertising agencies in the industry. Billions upon billions of dollars they make because it works. So listen, pay attention to who you're listening to and move forward. This is be your own person. In this deck, I think they're supposed to be pomegranates, but if we think back to stories, or what do you want to call truth, or whatever you want to call, but it's been passed down that it's supposed to be an apple. Apples are very healthy for us. Apples actually give wisdom because they clean the body. Apple pectin. Apple pectin is extremely healthy. I'm not a doctor. I just read a lot, and I believe what I channel. I believe the people that I follow. So a reminder to eat clean. This is really a clean it up card today for Capricorns. Clean it up. Clean up your mouth, clean up your room, clean up your house, clean up your what you're listening to, who you're listening to. And that's success. That's wisdom. Okay. Thank you, Capricorn. Moving on to Aquarius. Aquarius. Oh, Aquarius, whatever sticks to my hand or falls out. But Aquarius, you got 2 cards. So it's almost like a beginning and the end. The ace would, most people put the aces first. And then the king would be next, right? So it's 1 in and 1 before the end. So tell yourself you've done the homework. You've done the homework. Everything is the way it's supposed to be. May not like it, but everything is the way it's supposed to be. Queen of Cups also sits on a lot of secrets. A lot of secrets. And sometimes it's okay to keep, we keep our own counsel. We keep things private. We turn our back on what no longer serves us. But if you can see in this card, things are far away. This is really close. Oh, the landscape is close. Here, the landscape is far away. This is really, truly yin and yang. Allergies. I like this card for you. This is very contemplative. Pat yourself on the back. You're sitting pretty. You've already come to decisions and already come to conclusions, and you're right. This feels like you're right. There's that meme that goes around, and the picture is of like a guru or something, or like a shaman, or a holy man, a sage. And the other one is just, an average person, if you will. And the average person asks, what secrets can you tell me, or what can you, what wise words do you have? And he says, oh, never to argue with a fool. And the caption for the average person says, oh, I don't believe that's true. And so the sage says, yes, you're right. Now, do we want to say, yes, we're right, to somebody who's looking at us and they're lying, or they're telling us stories, or they're criticizing us, or my biggest thing is when I tell somebody something, and not in this field, just a friend, a family member or something, I tell someone something, and they look and they have that look. It's like they don't believe me. Don't believe a word I said. And it could be the most simplest thing, like the refrigerator door handle is broken. So it could be anything. So this is a reminder. Turn away. You're sitting pretty. If you know that the refrigerator door handle is broken, it's broken. If for some reason you go back and it's working, you know what happened the first time. This world is crazy. This world is crazy. So go with what you feel in your heart to be true. Because your decisions have already been made. This is the process. It's an emotional decision. Keep your own counsel, and you'll move forward. Okay. That was Aquarius. Thank you, Aquarius. Let me check you off, because, I read people again if I forget. Okay, moving on to Pisces. Pisces. Oh. This is a rough reading. Not negative. It's not super bad. It just says that either you or someone you know feels like they're out in the cold. Now, out in the cold can just be emotionally. It could be a firing of employment, or, they lay people off. They're downsizing. That's going to continue. It's so strange to me to be out in the world, or out and about, or on Facebook and all these things, and people like living a life like nothing's going on. I understand we still have to live. I still eat. I still talk with friends. I still smile. I still, plan for the future. But so many are going to be out in the cold. Pisces, this tells you don't let it be you. This is the law. And this is 2 5s. That's big changes. Oh, that's 2 Tauruses also. So either somebody's listening who's a Taurus, or a Taurus. This is a little bit of a hardship for them. This is tough decisions coming their way. You will, because Pisces usually do. Remember, use your own intuition. These are general readings, but this reading really is channeled that you need to gather your wisdom, your knowledge, your traditions, your beliefs. Double check all of that. Double check everything that you think you know. Now, we know with religions and certain beliefs, they've been handed down for generations. We don't even know if they're true. We just, no, you have to have faith. You have to believe. It's believing without knowing. I'm like, what? I never completely understood that. I have a lot of faith. I have a lot of, and it's not an atheist. I'm not an atheist. I believe in higher power and creator and source. And I believe we were created. This realm was created. But this is just a reminder, if you will. The power is within you. So between now and I'm going to say Taurus season, which is April, April, May. So springtime. This is plan for, also plan for a ceremony. There's going to be ceremonies, perhaps wedding, perhaps children, perhaps a little this, little that, but there's going to be different ceremonies. This is just get it together. Just get it together. Plan. Don't be out in the cold. And it doesn't necessarily literally have to be you out in the cold. Because there is hope. There is help. This is also community. This is community. Find your community. Find like-minded. Find help. Whatever you need help in. I don't care if it's changing a light bulb. And I say that, I don't say that flippantly, because sometimes some of these, like how they have it set up, it's difficult to get the globe off or get something off. It's the craziest thing. That's what I say. This realm was made to be hard, unfortunately. We have to face the beauty, find the beauty whenever possible, find the love, enjoy it. Oh, I was gardening today, sorry. This is moving forward with a little static, a little, oh gosh, again, attitude, and things coming at you like, oh my God, you know, why? But that's also representative of the karma. And it does say, once you get past a certain point, it's like, ah, I can breathe again. So move forward with that assurance. Thank you, Pisces. Okay, moving on to Aries. Aries. Aries, you got the Ten of Pentacles. Not much to talk about here, except yay, 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 and yes. Completion of one cycle, whether it's school, creating a garden, finishing a painting, a book, finishing the week, and I'm getting paid, finding a scratch off or buying one. I'm not going to promote that, but it does show money and stuff. I literally mean that, as in things coming your way. So Aries, take advantage of it. Take and smile. Go, definitely ground, right? These are grounding. And remember, you're far removed. You are far removed from what you had to rise above, survive, move on from. You're far, far away from that now, and above. This is just beautiful. This is beautiful. You should be feeling that already. I'm not saying how long it's going to last, because endings and beginnings are the 10. But this is flowers and love and hope. You've done a beautiful job working on yourself. We never stop. I have 80-year-old clients that ask questions when they were 10 or 15. It's like, we have to, that's in quotes, free will, but to have success and to have this card come to fruition, we do the work. But this is love. This is love and comfort, and people looking at you adoringly, or like, wow, that was pretty good, or saying something smart. And it's like, wow, that was really perfect how you said that. Always give it to yourself. Tarot is about giving it to yourself as well. Well, mostly. All right, Aries, that's your reading. Thank you very much. Okay, moving on to Taurus. Oh, that's so funny, Taurus. Taurus card, Taurus. So this is a double down. This is you being you receiving and being very generous. This is you acquiring. I'm going to use a phrase a friend used for me, squirreling away, right? The tree. So this is you saving the appropriate amount. He just knows. He just knows. The King of Pentacles just knows what he wants to do with his money. Just knows what he should be doing. And he does it very well. This is a lovely card for Tauruses. And it's a Taurus card, and it does fit Taurus personality. Also, look, he's getting ready to get up. So I'm going to say some of you Tauruses are getting ready to travel, getting ready to have advancement, promotions, more work, more money, more abundance. It might be different for different Tauruses, but okay, so since I'm a medium and a channeler, what I'm seeing, intuitively seeing, are dark clouds hanging over your head. This could be a sign for some of you that a sadness is just, it's so sad. There's either an event, a memory, a position in life, and it just feels so friggin' sad. The King of Pentacles does two things. He deals with what he has, and it's just the energy. So if you're a woman, it's the female, the energy, the masculine energy. You do what you have to do in order to do what you want to do. This is self-care, because I'm telling you, I see not storm clouds. They're sad, S-A-D, sad clouds. And it's like Damocles' sword, just hanging there, getting ready. He's not going to put up with it. He's going to either succumb, and then he'll work through it, or this energy of this card is just going to get up, because he looks like he's ready to get up. Like, I'm not going to do it anymore. I want happiness. I don't want this hanging over my head anymore. But it feels like something changes in order. And it feels like it had to have changed, or he wouldn't have gotten up. Because while it looks like he's getting up, he's very comfortable at the same time. Something's going to prompt this energy to get up. Oh, I'm interested in following that story. All right. Thank you, Taurus. Moving on to Gemini. Gemini, you got the King of Swords. I'm going to say take charge. For some of you, or if anyone else listening, you need to take charge. You need to step up your game. You've had enough notice. If it's at work, you've had enough notice that your work at work, employment, has not been either up to par, or they just expect more from you. And yes, I know for a fact we can work at places where they expect things that are miraculous, and we can't do it. We don't have 5 arms, but they expect it. So you do what you have to do. But this is a no card to say, I am no longer putting up with that crap. I am no longer putting up with being abused, or I am no longer putting up with being disrespected. Now, with that in mind, remember to use your own intuition. If it's employment, we don't really leave one job without having another. Some people do that with relationships. Contemplate. Make sure you're doing what's right for you. These are only guidelines. For some of you, it's time. It's time to move forward. It's time to either move on or move forward. It's time to respect yourself. Gemini, you have it, you have it, you have it, you have it. I can't begin to tell you how. So swords would be the spades in a regular card. So that saying, you have it in spades, is being channeled to me. And I'm telling you, you have it in spades. If you don't have something, then you go to school for it. If you don't have something, you practice it. You don't like your hair, get a haircut. But this is moving on. It's time. I will no longer be putting up with a certain behavior. And we can do it respectfully. We don't have to be nasty. We don't have to offend another. Although once we put up our boundaries, it usually offends any narcissist or selfish people. So just bear that in mind and treat it accordingly. We can dial it back if we're being too forceful. We can dial it back and say, well, okay, but this is how I'm feeling. This is how I perceive how you talk to me, how you treat me. How can we change it? Okay, you got this. You have it in spades. You have it. That was Gemini, right? I'm saying that, yes, it was. All right, moving on to Cancer. And if not, Gemini got 2 readings. I don't know. Cancer. Cancer, 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 Cancer. Oh, this is hysterical. This is the 3rd card out of, I think, 5 or 6 that we had on the general reading on Sandra Channels on Facebook. It's interesting. And there it was also in reverse, just like this one was. So 8 of Cups tells us normally you have to move on. On lower polarity, it says you have to face it. You have to face it. To have regulation and not dysregulation, whether it's in your body with hormones or injuries, headaches, feeling unloved, feeling something. This is face it. It is what it is, but it's time for you to face it, because it's not just about the moving on, which this card represents. It's the acceptance of they're not who they say they are, or they're not ever going to be who we want them to be. People don't change. They can, but it's very rare. It's very rare. Again, they can. We change. I've changed. I'm not the same person I was a year ago. I'm certainly not the same person I was 10 years ago or 20 years ago and onward and onward. I'm not. But the core of me is still the same. The core of me is still the same. Cancer, love thyself. Cancerians sometimes have trouble loving themselves, or thinking that, oh, nothing good's going to happen, or that's not going to work out. On lower polarity, it says it will. You don't have to turn your back this time. You don't have to give up so quickly. Go for it. Go for it. Okay. Thank you, Cancer. Okay. I'm moving on to Leo. Leo. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so 10 of Pentacles. This is a completion of one cycle and a beginning of another, right? With the 10s, this is, you are far removed from where you used to be, and you're heading in the right direction. Now, don't forget, free will, use your own intuition for whatever's going on in your life. But she's sitting pretty. She's being loved, feeling love, feeling loved. Now, you would think, if you like all the cartoons or Disney movies or something, which I no longer agree with most of them, because once you learn history, it's a little crazy. However, we do know that when you're in the forest, more characters will be coming. Rabbits and squirrels and I don't care, elephants, birds. More is coming. This is a brand new cycle, but she's still connected. She can still, and again, it's the energy. So if you're masculine, the energy is feminine today. Sometimes I'll read this card and it just feels masculine, but it feels very feminine with success. This is a huntress or hunter, but again, I'm feeling more feminine. So a huntress who gets her prey, gets what she needs to get, whether she's foraging for food, friends, and then she can always go back. Can always go back. Leo, I like this card for you. It's a success card, and that's a short reading, but that's the reading. All right, thank you, Leo. Okay, going to move on to Virgo. Virgo. I keep moving this, sorry. Virgo. Ooh, Virgo, this is the Fool card. But what do we know about the Fool? It's the beginning of the journey. It's the beginning of the alchemizing of new ideas, taking risks. Yes, there's a term called flight of fancy. What is it? Flight of fancy, where it's not legitimate, or it truly is foolish to if say somebody doesn't know how to ride a motorcycle and they're not strong enough to hold a motorcycle up, like a Harley or something heavy, not just like a scooter, which those could be heavy too. But somebody's not, and because of their body frame, they will never be truly strong enough to hold that bike up. And if it falls down, because that's the point, if it ever falls over, and occasionally they do, you have to be strong enough to pick them up if you're going to be alone. So there's one aspect to there's one aspect of this to face reality. You know, if you can't pick up your motorcycle and you're alone on a highway, or you took a side road, who are you going to call? Oh, I just heard Ghostbusters. But this is definitely still take risks. Take risk. Oh, that's spinning. Don't, there you go. Don't be spinning out of control. It's just because they're soft, but still, everything gets used in a reading. This is flight of fancy can actually work out, even if the basis of that saying is don't think highly of yourself. Don't do what you can't do. Apply yourself to what you can do. And that isn't always easy, because sometimes we have dreams, we have desires, we have wants. It's like, well, I want to try something new. Yes, absolutely, try something new. Just try it. Take a risk. But don't buy the motorcycle that's, how many hundreds of pounds, when you know you can't lift 10 pounds in weights when you exercise. Or that's the most you can lift. So while the Fool is always about taking risks, or go ahead, jump in, it does come with the cautionary tale. Make sure you have backup. And not all readings, but today it is. Make sure you have backup. And backup sometimes is you're taking the risk, but isn't it fun to take it with another person or more? So backup can be other people. It just doesn't have to be, well, put a trampoline under here. So when she jumps from this cliff to the next cliff, it's easy to jump if you know that there's something to catch you underneath. It can be that there's nothing to catch you underneath. You're literally taking a risk, but she can be calling to somebody off the picture. Say, come with me. Let's go together. Let's take this risk together. And it could be more than one person. Oh, I like that for Virgos. All right. Thank you, Virgo. Good luck. Okay. Moving on to Libra. Libra, Libra, Libra. Oh, that card wanted to come out. Oh, it's the Sun card. This is new ideas. This is a change of perspective. Get out in the sun whenever possible. Get the sun in your... I'm not a doctor, but come on. They've been doing it for thousands of years. We know we feel better. We know all the documentation says if the sun is in your eyes, that's why sunglasses are one of the most horrible inventions. Not for skiing or if you're on the water, because of the reflections can actually... I don't want to use the word damaging, but it can hurt, so maybe that's damaging. But this is, see the sun, change the perspective. There's light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. Just keep going, keep moving. But the pregnancy, you see, so either somebody around you is pregnant, or they've already just had the baby. This is expectant. Be hopeful. Change everything that you can. And what you feel you can. What you feel you have to. What you must in order to be healthier. In order to be happier. In order to reconcile any hurts inside of you. Any anger inside of you. Do what you need to do. This is a very, very magical card today for Libras. 21, and we know 21 is a beautiful number. And plus it also adds to 3, which is a holy number. And it reminds us of youth. Yes, we get older, the body gets older, just the way it is. Whether we're in a simulation, or we're in a game, but we're feeling this. If we can change it all collectively with our thoughts, fine. But right now, this is it. It is what it is. And this card tells you, find the sun, find the sunflowers, find the happiness, fake it. Get yourself healthy, because sunflowers are healthy. Sunflowers face the sun, yes? This is so nice for the future. But when's the future? Future's now. Oh, and then now it's again. Now it's happening again. Future is constantly happening. Okay, this is a beautiful card for Libras. All right, thank you very much. All right, that's everyone. I want to thank you. Always open to comments, questions regarding the reading. You can reach me at the contact list below. If you want to extend it from today, if you want a private, if you want to join the groups. We have different memberships. So walk with your head held high. You are loved, and you are lovable. Go play.